These aren't flippers, they're thrusters. You must thrust your way up the xenon tube, through the xenon tube, into the exit chamber, and collect your exit value. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back to Xenon number 10. Before I get started, just wanted to mention, do you remember a while back I sold a weird game called Harem by Playmatic to Rob Burke, who runs the Chicago Pinball Expo. And he is currently in the process of opening up an arcade that is monstrous. And here it is. It's called Pastimes Arcade. And I've been following along the progress here. Mike Hale is kind of the front man for the operation. Poor guy. He has to deal with hundreds and hundreds of pinball machines. No, actually, it's a pretty wild job to be able to be a part of this. I can imagine. It's friggin' amazing, all the stuff that Rob Burke has. Anyway, he's got just tons and tons of stuff in storage. Rob has probably long forgotten half of what he even owns. And apparently, potentially in the near future, like Mike is doing kind of boxing, like unwrapping videos and discovering what's, what's in the package. And the Playmatic Harem that I sold Rob Burke, I guess Mike, in maybe this week, maybe tomorrow, I'm not sure, is going to be unwrapping that live on Facebook. So keep an eye on that. Check out this progress. Like, here is there's Mike there, but here is kind of an idea of the storage unit, that one of the storage units. I think there's a multiple. Like, can you see what I am seeing here? This is just hordes and hordes of machines. But yeah, so my machine might be getting unwrapped very soon, so that's pretty freaking cool. Anyway, oh, and here's one little teaser for you as well. This is a 1935 big game by Rockola, and this is what I'm going to be working on when I'm done Xenon. That's all you get for now. Stay tuned for that. It's a very, unique, niche hobby, these old pre-war bagatelle machines, but it's friggin' the history of pinball, and we're going to learn about that, what we can, and see if we can get it going. All right, so you know the plan. If you've been watching, flipper bats time, pop bumper time, soundboard time, back glass time, play testing time, clean up all my stuff over there time, and my disaster over here, and then yeah, we'll be close to the finish line. So let's get started. Pop bumper first. I'll tear off the band-aid first and then go do the more fun stuff. Did I show you my orange shooter tip? I like it. Finally, all pop bumpers are complete. Yay. Alright, time to move on to the flipper bats. That'll look good. Okay, here's my strategy once again on spacing the flipper bats. I tape these little spacer sticks underneath the shafts there. I tape them down. That way when you're kind of lifting the playfield up and down and checking your alignment, they don't fall. So I've got them semi-tight, right perfectly aligned to the holes, and the alignment, I'm not trying to push too hard because they're not that tight, but the alignment looks good up and down. It's not going to like be a very smooth transition from the rail to the flipper. It's definitely going to be some major flipper hop, but that, I don't know that you can do much about that with this design here. Bend the rail a little bit. Like, this rail is just, a good chunk higher than the flipper. So if I aligned it to the art, it would be a little more like that, but still, that would be flipper hop guaranteed. And this one, Looks like a little bit smoother of a transition, but you know, it's not a perfect science. So I'm going to start with the alignment holes, go from there and see how that works. But I think it's going to look friggin' awesome. My first translucent flipper bats I've installed, so I got to crank these up nice and tight and throw in some rubber. I'll be back. Alright, I cranked these nice and tight, removed my spacers and tape, and these things are feeling nice and free and snappy, and they look great. You can almost read the word thruster through them. These aren't flippers, they're thrusters. You must thrust your way up the xenon tube, through the xenon tube, into the exit chamber, and collect your exit value, into the slingshot airlock, which usually goes over to this airlock, and maybe into your bonus multiplier. That's how you got to do it. Alright, so now I gotta go pick some cool flipper rubber colors, and then maybe we should just try a little play test. Yeah. Oh, but crap. No sound, I forgot. I gotta pull out this soundboard. I forgot I had translucent flipper rubbers that would kind of match the whole theme. I also have orange, but I think I like the translucent better. Yellow, what would yellow look like? Probably not. Blue on blue, nope. Hey, there's this green in the playfield. Hey, remember the saying? Blue and green don't entween unless you are a gypsy queen? Haha, did I just date myself on that one? Does anybody remember that saying? Or is that just a Canadian thing? What the heck? You know what? I think I'm gonna start with this. I think I like the looks of that best. Yeah, I think that looks good. And it, you know, totally matches everything else. I think that looks really good, actually. All right, I'm gonna grab a couple balls, pull out the soundboard maybe, and try this bad boy out. Okay, so I just remembered I haven't adjusted my end of stroke switches yet, so no holding flippers, and no sound, and no back glass. So this is kind of like, I got my pen and paper ready because I assume I might have to add some stuff to the to-do list, which is pretty minimal right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see, it should be on free play, so. All right, we're live. Whoa. Do you know what that is? That means my low voltage coil winding is not making contact to the lug, or the low voltage coil winding is somehow broken somewhere, which is weird because it is a newer coil. So I just can't, I can't hold anyway. So this would be like no holds multi-ball like on Wizard of Oz. So I just gotta flip quick and see what happens. Here we go. First game. We got a machine gunning right slingshot, a machine gunning right flipper. Oh, reject. Reject on the ramp. Let's try that again. Let's try our first ramp shot. Spinner shot. Nope. Alright. Ramp shot a little later. There we go. Cool. I like how it kicks out of the saucer there. It kicks out perfectly. Oh, there we go. It's supposed to hit like the center of that slingshot, so it's definitely doing that. Still haven't hit a spinner shot yet. Big bounce. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I didn't even lube that spinner. It spun pretty good. Get in the saucer there. Pops are working nice. How about drop target? Oh. Alright, let's see. Everybody behaving. Drop target. Memory drops work correctly. Cool. Well, when I first got the machine, that top saucer was intermittent. So far, we're 2 for 2. That was quite the house ball there. Okay. Last ball. Saucer works. Pop bumpers are nice and lively. Uh-oh. And that's it. That's all we get for tonight. Oh, high score to date. 70,000 points. Woo-hoo. Alright, I am actually very thrilled and pleased with how things are going so far. A little bit of dialing in to do. But this thing should be up and running in no time. I really should have sent out my soundboard like weeks ago. Oops. Now I have to wait for sound. I guess in the meanwhile, I'll give you another sneak peek. In the meanwhile, waiting for a soundboard, I can set this bad boy up. Check this out. I don't know if these are the original marbles, but here we go. Let's move this cord. Apparently this game has a shotgun sound effect when you shoot an animal. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Almost got the leopard there. Jaguar. Oh. Oh. What happens now? Do we get like a... There's a ball already in there. Does that... Look at this. At some point, it looks like this would shoot up into that zone and give you 2,000 points. These balls... These holes look like they fall back into the trough there. But yeah, this is really cool. I can't wait to get into this. That looks original. This looks maybe not original. But yeah, okay, so this is going to be fun. Okay, no more. I gotta stay focused on Xenon. Finish that before I start something new. Alright, I guess this is a fairly short episode, but made some good progress. Darn near the finish line. I think I should pull out the soundboard, and then once I get everything back, sound and back glass, and clean up a new piece of glass or whatever, then I'll be back. Thanks for watching.